It's been a while since my last video updates here on YouTube. I've been snowed under with podcasts, articles, and coaching, which is obviously a good thing. Since my last video, Step Up, which I released at the end of last year, I've had heaps of people reach out, comment, send me emails and questions. Some people that I haven't actually spoken to in 20 years, so it was a good thing, and catching up with them was fantastic. Just last week, I interviewed strength coach Dan John, who's officially strength coach royalty. I was very fortunate, and I implore you, if you haven't checked it out, to go and have a look at the episode. He dropped many knowledge bombs and had some hilarious insights and stories.
There's a thing called eternal rest. Don't worry, you're going to get plenty down the line.
Dan is someone who's been in the trenches for the last 5 decades, coaching, writing, and producing great content. He's essentially the embodiment of a strength coach, and he's someone that I admire and look up to as a coach. I asked Dan in the interview how he was still able to do overhead snatches and arse to grass squats after all these years of training. He's been training for over 5 decades at an elite level, when most people his age struggled to touch their toes.
Boy, I'm feeling this. Oh, ooh, my head's gonna be sore in the morning.
And his answer was simple and basic. I can do them because on a regular basis I perform these movements and I continue to practice till this day. He followed this up by saying his favorite quotes.
Little and often over the long haul
will get you further than any other program will. And his philosophy holds true for just about anything. Everyone knows that if they put 10% of their income away over their career, they'll be set in the long run. It's similar for health and fitness. It has a compounding effect. Super strict diets and training hard in the short term won't produce meaningful results. It's what you do on a daily basis that adds up. Before you embark on your next training program, ask yourself the question, is this sustainable for the next 10 years?
That's weird, man. That's weird.
6-week programs add up to all in the big scheme of things. It's just a little bit harder to market the 10-year training package. With this in mind, pay close attention to where maximum bang for buck results are coming from. Supplements, lifting belts, heart rate monitors, and superfoods won't replace the basics. They are in addition to fundamental movements, technique mastery, hydration, and consistency. Shortcuts and quick fixes are for the lazy. Shut up and put in the work over time. Nothing good comes from a dependency on a low-grade work ethic. If you haven't checked out my podcast, please do so. You can find it on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, or however you find your RSS podcast feed. Also, I broadcast on YouTube, so if you'd like to see the video form of these interviews, they can be found at my YouTube channel. I have some really exciting guests coming up in the next few weeks, so stay tuned. I'd love it if you could leave a review on iTunes or Stitcher. This would be greatly appreciated. It will gain more exposure for the podcast and will ensure that I'm able to get high quality guests as I have been over the last few weeks and months. Until next time, stay strong and I'll catch you soon.